Zugno. Yeah. We be chopping it up. Word around town, we be chopping it up. AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up. Brand new podcast, chopping it up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes, get your ass out the door. We connecting with the people trying to get them some knowledge. Whether working 9 to 5 or trying to get into college.
What's up, everybody? You're tuned in to the Elegant Cuts Chopping It Up podcast. Man, we're continuing with my conversation with Mr. Bryce Scarlett, your #1 realtor right here in the Bryan College Station area. So if you're in the market for any homes, if you're in the market for any land, any market for any type of housing or anything, you should look him up. Now, make sure you go to check with Equifax, TransUnion, all of your credit bureaus, and make sure you don't have any delinquencies on there before you go to get in touch with him, because he gonna give you the no. I'm just telling you, I'm warning you before it even happened.
Yeah, have all your ducks in a row.
So
I can help you kind of figure that out too.
That's don't come in there talking about you ain't know this and you ain't know that. It ain't gonna work. That's not knowing is half the battle.
Exactly.
It's half the battle.
I can help you do the other half.
Yeah. He now you heard him. He out his own mouth. He said he gonna help you. But you got to help yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it is. Well, Bryce, moving right along, man. Appreciate you again for coming in, man, and sitting down talking with me. Based off of the things that you have accomplished in life, what even gave you, let's say, the interest of even being a realtor or even getting into real estate?
So the biggest interest in real estate or what motivated me to get into real estate was the ability to create wealth, or really build wealth, I should say. Real estate is one of the oldest avenues of wealth building that a lot of individuals go through. Like a lot of successful individuals have a foot in real estate somewhere, whether it's a little bit or a lot of it. Yeah. And so it's definitely one of the avenues that I saw myself where I could build something and make something out of it, not just for myself, but really for the next generation. Like my kids that aren't here yet is really what I'm thinking about. Yeah. To leave something behind, essentially a legacy of some sort. But that was the main motive behind it.
Yeah, man. To think about not only yourself, but, your future and your future plans has to be meaningful, because a lot of people just go, I'm not making this up, Bryce. I've had a lot of people sit in my chair, and you wouldn't believe the amount of people that don't even have a plan in life. Yeah. I can't make that up, man. Yeah. And it's so shocking to me. I was like, man, did you plan to do this? Oh, nah, man, I don't do no plan, because I get discouraged when I was like, well, man, what, it's just a plan, If it don't work, man, you got to put something else in, and try to work some. But, I deal with a lot of people, man, a lot of races. I deal with a lot of backgrounds. I deal with a lot of people, man, and people don't have plans.
Yeah, I can kind of tell that from a lot of individuals that I deal with almost on the daily. And you can just kind of see some people are just stagnant their entire life, doing the same thing that they're not happy doing, but they've done it for 30 years or so, 20 years. And so, that's kind of another motivation to let me not end up like them.
Yeah, of course.
And so, but yeah, I can see that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And like, far as your discipline and how it carries over, man, I'm a firm believer that, if you do things a certain way, it kind of follows you in life on similarities of what you do in your life. Right. So how does that discipline has structured your eating habits, have structured your workout habits, have how is, because I know you're disciplined in the work because they're paying you. Right. But on the stuff that don't pay you, how do you stay disciplined with that?
A big factor of it kind of plays into seeing what's happening to other individuals in their lives, whether it's health or just lack of structure. It makes it makes me not want to end up like them. So essentially, like a lot of my life is built around learning from other people's experiences. That didn't go well. And so you know, when you can learn from other people's mistakes, man, you really set yourself ahead in life. And so whenever I'm hearing about some individuals who are, I mean, even my age or in their 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever the case may be, and they're having all sorts of issues because they were eating this kind of food for this amount of time, you know, well, it's like, all right, well, I won't do that. You know, I'll do something different than that where I won't have to worry about that. For example, same thing with exercise, just staying active, staying in shape. I'm a big believer in being able to defend yourself, and if the case ever came, or say you have kids and one of them's driving their bike down the driveway and they can't stop and they're about to run into the street, and you know, if you're not able to run and stop them within a good time, you know, or essentially handle the situation effectively, then it's kind of a sign that you got to do something with yourself. You know, there was a video I saw, that's what I'm talking about, where some lady was watching the kid, and the kid was rolling down the street, couldn't stop, and she fell over trying to run after him, and couldn't get back up. And so it was like, man, if there was something coming in the street, that kid would have got hit. Man. And so I think just staying fit and capable, you know, is definitely ideal. Which is why I like to stay active, you know. And I also like to believe that, now that I have nephews and a niece, you know, I like for them to be able to rely on me. So it's in a way I kind of do it for them too, you know. When I'm wrestling around with them or whatever it may be. You know, being able to.
I too, man, I agree with you on that, man, because, you know, being a young man, you know, you wanna look to par, and you wanna be healthy. And I think it's fair to say, man, that you owe it to yourself to do that. You know, because, man, I've seen. No, I look at a lot of stuff online, man, and I look at statistics, and you know, black people are the ones that we don't take health serious, like workout stuff. Man, black women are the leading women that in this world that don't take health serious. You know, they don't work out. They don't do none of that. They don't do that.
Very content.
So, you know, and it's not something that I'm making up, y'all. If you don't believe me, go on there and find out for yourself. I mean, why you think Greg Abbott took them stamps away from the sugar?
Exactly. I mean, you can go out in public and just
y'all eating too many Debbie's, them little Debbie snack cakes at night with the milk. You can't do that no more. That's not healthy. That's why Greg Abbott say, hey, he wants us to be healthy. That's why he took it away. Stamps. I agree with him. Take them stamps away. You ain't buying there with them stamps. I'm telling you what I know. But anyway, but that is one of the things that kind of shocked me, that, you know, our race is the leader of non-compliance of active workouts. Staying healthy with workout. I had a scare with my health as well. If it had not been for my woman by my side, man, no, she had been telling me, babe, why you eat like eat? Man, look here, man. I'm eating what I want to eat, man. It's good. You know?
This makes me happy.
And before I know it, man, and you know, drinking sodas, and man, I don't even drink soda no more. Man, because that scared the daylights out of me. I was laying in the hospital, Bryce, and can't nobody help me. I can't even help myself, man. So I'm like, man, this is not me. I hate depending on other people. I hate it with a passion.
Absolutely.
That's why I work hard. That's why I do the stuff I do, because I hate depending on folks. I hate it because people have let me down in so many ways, and I'll be like, nah, I ain't doing that. I do it myself.
In the same way. I'm the same way, and I'm trying to, in a way, break that habit. Because, man, it makes me a little too prideful, you know? I don't want to ask for help, even though I need it. Sometimes, you know.
I've that being in that hospital, if it wasn't for that woman right there, because it was times I didn't even want to ask her. I'm gonna make it out of this thing. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna do that, and the whole time, she got to carry me. So you know that make sense. Either you gonna get on board, or you gonna get rolled over. Don't be like me, y'all. That ain't healthy. Don't that ain't good. Make sure that if you need help, you got the crowd. And most of all, be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
Be honest with the ones that love you and they got love for you.
Exactly.
And that's the key factor. I can't stress that enough because I went through it. I can't tell you something I didn't go through.
Yeah.
I went through that. But it took God to show me the people that were in my life and how valuable they were because I didn't really take that for value like I should have.
Right.
I knew they were there. But as long as you were there, you good.
Yeah.
You know? So
it's kind of how it was when I was remodeling the house last year in College Station last summer. My grandmother from Puerto Rico, my stepdad's mom, she's very hands-on. A lot of Puerto Ricans over there, man, they live to like 90 plus.
Yeah.
It's because they stay so active. They really take care of themselves. And so when we were remodeling the house, she came by and, seeing what's going on. And she just picks up a broom and starts cleaning, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not, but in the past, I'd say, no, Grandma, don't, just kind of, don't worry about it and just chill, Now I'm like, hey, you want to do it? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not going to turn it down,
Yeah. Knock yourself out.
Yeah. I mean, because she stays active. She's happy. She doesn't like being, still.
Yeah.
Or a couch potato is what it's called.
Yeah.
But, so I've learned to kind of use, like you said, you have these individuals in your life that can help you. Why not utilize it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very true.
But I do realize this too, Bryce, man. It's just the fact that we've become so independent that we forgot to tap into the ones that, because we've done everything on our own.
Yeah, for a long time.
And like you said, it's just time to break that habit. It's time to tap out of that.
Yeah.
Because, don't be like me where you have to be, you're going to need somebody.
Yeah.
And it ain't good feeling, Yeah,
it was funny. I was doing the remodel on the duplex about a month or so ago. And I was going over there to put the microwave in and the stove.
Uh-huh.
And my father I was telling him, I was like, man, I got to put this microwave. It is hard to put a microwave above stove microwave because you got to do a lot of the drilling and the cabinetry above it and make sure the holes are lined up. And you need an extra pair of hands.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it by yourself, look, props to you. But I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so, man, my father was like, so do you need help? Or I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind help. He's like, you just ask. I was like, yeah, man, I just don't know how though,
Yeah.
That's the problem. So, but he came by, we knocked it out. And so, but yeah, asking for help sometimes is a little complicated.
Yeah. Now, going forward, Bryce, in 2026, man, like what are some of your goals that you want to accomplish before the year is out or going into the new year?
I definitely want to, for this year alone, I'd like to pay off my second car. That's for one. I'm almost done there.
Yeah.
And just kind of get a better structure going on, get a better routine, or at least I should say get back on a routine and a structure. There's just been a lot of logistical changes in the past year.
Yeah.
And so a lot of financial changes and just living changes. Yeah. And so now that I'm resettled and more comfortable where I'm at, I just want to just get back on track, get back into a habit of things.
Yeah.
And so I definitely want to spend more time with family. I definitely want to continue learning my Spanish, the classes that I take. And so that way I can start speaking to my other half in Spanish.
Yeah.
And so there's a couple of goals there that I like to do.
Yeah. Man, have you ever felt like you in the goal thing that you're just not quite achieving at a moderate pace that you would want to be? And then, of course, I know you do, but, is it realistic for you? Is it, or do you just kind of be like, you know what, I'm going to get there, but I'm kind of pushing myself too hard in this area or this area?
Man, all the time, to be honest. It's, how can I word it or answer that? There's times where I do get discouraged on the goals. I mean, everybody does.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them might seem a little far-fetched or like out of reach.
Yeah.
For example, I remember telling myself I want 500 rental properties, which is a little far-fetched, not impossible. But honestly, I don't know. I'm 29 now. And as I'm getting older and older, I'm kind of seeing it to where it's like, man, do I really need that much? You know, like, you know, 100, 200. That's still a lot of money every month if
Yeah.
you're buying them right. And so, I mean, with that kind of money, man, you could retire, spend more time with family. You know, I could go to
Yeah.
Puerto Rico more. And
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
I don't need 500. That's kind of more of a want.
Yeah.
And so, I guess the big question for me is, at what point is enough? Which a lot of people don't know when enough is enough. You know, making $1 million is a goal for a lot of people, and then it's like, after that, well, now what? Oh, 10 million or 100 million or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know what I would be happy at, truthfully, but I would just like to get to a point to where I'm more financially free, to where I can essentially spend as much time as I could, and if
Yeah.
I got to take care of something financially, I can do it comfortably. Don't have to worry about it. And so, that's kind of more of the goal for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That financial security would, you know, where it's not gonna rattle you or bring you out of
Yeah.
yourself, you know, in a certain manner or a certain way, just to make sure that you're able to do that and not have to worry, or, well, what if I am not feeling well one week, you know?
Right.
You know, is it gonna set me back?
Yeah.
You know, and I get it, man, because every man in the world, you want that.
Yeah.
You want that, whether you have a family or whether you don't. You
Yeah.
even want it for yourself.
Exactly.
You know, so like you said, so you can spend more time with your family, or whatever you decide. If you just want to go fishing, you know.
Yeah, just whatever the case may be. Like, my ideal goal would be able to go to Puerto Rico for like 6 months
Yeah,
and just not have to worry about anything.
yeah,
And so, that's the ideal
Yeah.
goal. But of course, you got to work to that point and get there. The interesting part about having a goal and when you're going towards it is you just don't know when it's going to hit.
yeah,
You know, and that's the fun part about it, is you have these little baby steps to help you get there bit by bit by bit. And one baby step could be the largest step of it all.
yeah,
And so you just never know.
yeah. You're
And
right.
that's the exciting part about it, man. But I think I'm 29. I'm about to be 30 next year in April. And so I hear that 30s is the prime
Yeah,
for,
you know,
for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And so 20s is where you learn and you
Yeah.
experience. And that's where really the past 9 years for me have been,
yeah,
was just learning and soaking it all up, man, and preparing myself for what's to come.
yeah. But the thing of it is, though, Bryce, when you have a good teacher, man, and you have people that are around you that love you and that are honest with you,
Yeah.
it's not a struggle to get there.
Yeah, your circle definitely makes a big impact.
I've met a lot of people that are your age and young, maybe a year or two younger than you. I know 3 of them offhand, and they're not even mature enough where you are.
Right.
Like with the thinking process, with the just, and it's not a knock to them. It's just what they've been taught and what they haven't been taught.
Yeah.
You know, it's what they take into respectful manner of life and experiencing life, to where they say, hey, man, I have to be serious about my life.
Right.
And I have to be serious about the things I love and what I want to do. And some people just wasn't taught that, or even, and it's sad, but, you know, it's by the time they realize it, you're really behind.
You've lost about 10 years.
Yeah.
And so, gratefully, I'm very grateful that I've kind of realized a lot of this stuff very early on. I mean, essentially almost right after high school. And so, a big factor that came from my father's network, and his influence.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of people don't have that, have what I have in terms of the surroundings.
Yeah.
And so I'm extremely grateful for that,
Yeah.
to be able to utilize that info and learn how to navigate through my 20s with that. I remember one time Dad told me, I was dating this girl essentially, and things didn't work out. And he was like, I think I was 22 or 23, and we were on the phone talking, and he said, "Listen to me, I'm trying to save you from your heartache in your 20s."
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's very true.
Yeah.
He saved me from a lot of that.
Yeah. You know, growing up, man, your dad, I seen your dad, man. He was a real natural ladies man. He was in that singing group, man. And
Right.
Man, I thought, you know, I could have swore, man, one of them was Michael Jackson up there, man, on the stage singing, man. But you know, I've had an opportunity to know him as a person, and the God-fearing man. I knew Russell the singer, but I didn't know the God-fearing Russell till after, you know, over so many years after the, you know, growing up and the mishaps and all the stuff that we all have experienced through life, to find out that he stands with principle. He stands with what, you know, what he believes.
Yeah.
And we talk on and off, man. And man, it's just the fact that knowing that what he says, it can resonate. It can literally help you.
Yeah.
But if you don't listen,
exactly, that's the biggest
you know,
thing.
you could suffer.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just grateful, man, to have known him back then, but also to know him even now.
Right.
And it's not a cap. It's not no kiss up stuff. It's just real life stuff, real man stuff. You know, because a lot of people don't give people flowers while they're here.
Yeah.
They don't tell them, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for the word. I appreciate you for just listening to God and being able to tell me.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people, they say that, you know, that they got the best interest for you, but they can see a hole over there and you about to walk in. They'll tell somebody, hey, watch him fall in that hole. And you know what I'm saying? Instead of just giving you the heads up, hey man, there's a hole over there.
Yeah.
I seen a reel on I think it was Instagram or either Facebook. A man, old man, is a young man, but he dressed up like an old man. And the people be doing dangerous stuff. And he'll come up to that window, he'll look out that window, hey man, that don't look too safe. And then they'll go and do whatever they're gonna do, and then they hit themselves or hurt themselves. And that's just kind of what it is, man. You gotta have somebody that's gonna be in your ear and just say, hey man, I don't recommend you do that.
That has the best intentions. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, you know. And that's just the time we're living in now, man. People are turning their head, man. They can help you, Bryce, but then they'll turn their head and be like, man, I am. And it may be because of how they don't even know you as a person, but because you don't resonate to them, or, you know, whatever they may have heard about you, if they heard anything, or just how you look, or how they look at you and you look back at them, they might not even tell you nothing.
Yep.
They'll look at you like, man, I ain't helping that fool.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned earlier, you know, how you treat people is important.
Yeah.
Somebody could give me a side eye and have some sort of attitude or something, but I'd still try and make sure I give them the best advice, you know.
Yeah.
A genuine interest of advice to them, you know, to help them out.
Yeah.
Even if they treated me ugly, you know, that's their life, not mine, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I had an older lady come in one time, and I do appointments. So she walked in, and this is at the time I was here by myself working. I ain't had no employees or nothing, and they ain't want none at that time. But she came in. She said, "Yeah, young man, I'm gonna get my grandson a haircut." I said, "Well, ma'am, I can get him. I can cut his hair probably around about, I think it was somewhere in the afternoon, because I was pretty tied up in that day." She said, "Well, you can't cut his hair?" I said, "Well, ma'am, I do appointments." When they started doing appointments at a barber shop, I remember when I was coming up, man, you just go in there and sit down, and you just wait till they call your name. I said, "Well, ma'am, it's different now.
Yeah.
You can't even go in the DMV without an appointment now. Well, you can, but you're going to get that little ticket.
Yeah.
You still going to have to wait."
You're going to wait, yeah.
Yeah, so she got mad and cussed me out, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, just flat out cussed me. The lady was she came in with a cane. But, man, when she got to cussing at me, man, and just walked straight out without the cane, man, I was like, man, she got so angry at me.
She was fired up.
Man, I didn't understand that.
She was so fired up, she forgot what pain was.
Yeah, I believe that, because she walked out, man.
Able to walk.
She didn't have that same limp. Wow. Man, I was like, man, you just never know what you're gonna encounter from people, man.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's just good to be level-headed and to always give people your best.
Yeah.
Even though they don't give you their best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had a guy, he was upset that property got leased from under him, and it was the dad. He was a guarantor for his son. Man, that guy was making all sorts of litigation threats and all sorts of crazy stuff. And then he'd ask a question afterwards that was more cool. Can you still help me find another place? And I'm thinking like, man, you just threatened to sue me, you know? But some people are just emotional.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of what, thankfully for my father teaching me and instilling that is I think, especially as a man, it's very important to learn how to control your emotions.
Yeah, you have to.
If not, you're going to find yourself in situations that can really hurt you for the rest of your life or temporarily, all because of, 2 seconds of feelings.
Yeah.
And so I think it's very important that emotion is something that a lot of guys learn how to regulate.
Mm-hmm.
That'll really tie into getting you opportunities in the future, especially with how you handle things.
Yeah, of course,
very
man.
important.
Of course. It's just in this day and time, man, I look for other black males, people that look like me, that's my skin color, to resonate, to vibe with, to talk to, just to have that relationship with.
Right.
And because you just never know with a conversation how far it can go and how it can help you.
Yeah.
If the person's sincere, if they're honest, if they're trustworthy, with the conversation, of course you just can't go to a Joe Blow on the street and say, okay, this is what this is.
Yeah.
But for people that you have credibility with and they have credibility with you, it's easily to have a great conversation with them and to learn.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's far from it. It's just being able to tap in and being able to be, who you need to be in that moment for that person.
Yeah, one thing I learned about dealing with people is there's always something to learn from everybody, whether it's something good or something bad.
Yeah.
Man, there's some interesting characters out there, man. You just learn some stuff about, and, they tell you something, like, okay, well, I won't do that.
Yeah.
And then you learn something credible or good, positive from somebody, and you're like, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
But conversating with people can be interesting sometimes. You can learn a lot about people, man. And how you can apply it to your life or not, but people are interesting.
Yeah. I just think people are stupid.
Yeah.
You said it right, interesting, but I say stupid.
Yeah, interesting is a more user-friendly
Yeah.
word, but stupid is definitely a more straightforward.
Yeah, it's like, man, y'all, that's stupid.
Accurate approach. Because, man, there's some characters that we had apply, and I'm just like, that's stupid, man. That's just stupid.
Because sometimes I would see people do stuff, and I've known them, and I was like, man, that don't seem like that's their character.
Yeah.
Have you ever run across people like that? They just, you've known them, but they didn't seem like the type of people that would do what they, could they be in the Brazos County thing like this?
Yeah. On Facebook.
Yeah, with the mug shot and all that. And it's like, man, what did they do? So you automatically click on that to see what they did. You be like, man, I didn't even know they was into that kind of stuff.
People I definitely grew up with, and you see that mug shot, and you're just like, man, why? Like, that guy?
Yeah.
And so, definitely stupid. Definitely a unwise decision.
Yeah.
I like to call them. But, it's very important, man. I think especially when you're fresh out of high school, those decisions are it may not seem like it, but those choices you make are really going to dictate the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And it starts with the smallest decisions too. And so the choices you make are definitely one thing that's very impactful.
Yeah, man. I'm at a loss for words, man, with the way the economy is and how things are now. I know you wish that you were a little bit busy on your job. I wish I was a little bit busy on my job. But man, the biggest thing I learned nowadays is, man, we have to really, really grab hold to God in such a way, man, so He can instruct us on which way to go in our careers, in our lives, and what we do, because this time, man, is critical now. You know,
definitely.
Every decision we make, the money we spend, all the things that we're doing that we used to have freelance and didn't have to even govern.
Yeah.
Because we were pretty good at, and things wasn't as high as it is now.
Yeah, especially gas. Good Lord, man.
Oh, man, it's ridiculous. But for the most part, man, we're learning. We're learning as men. We're learning as business owners. In our careers, we're learning.
Yeah, it's all experience, and you never really stop learning, it seems. I've had a guy tell me, he's an older gentleman, who's been in the business 30 plus years, and he's like, man, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You know, and so it things change as time goes on.
Yeah.
And you can either adapt to it or get left behind.
Yeah.
And so you're always learning. Things are always changing.
Yeah. Well, guys, y'all heard it right here from my man, Mr. Bryce Scarlett. Hey, you got to always be learning. Be forever learning, I say. We're at that critical time now. So, but we're going to turn aside and we're going to wet our whistles, pay some bills, and do a few things, and then we'll be right back. You're tuned in to the Chopping It Up podcast.
Brand new podcast, Chopping It Up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes, get your ass out the door. We connecting with the people trying to get them some knowledge. Whether working 9 to 5 or trying to get into college. We talking business, religion, race, cops, sports, celebrity, health, ops, everyday life shit. We go through it too. Gotta have them new J shit, we blow money too. Who you vote for? Who your favorite sports team? Who you signing to? What's your deepest sports dream? AC the barber, he the man with the plan. Best cuts in the city, he the man, understand? AC the barber, he the man with the plan. Best cuts in the city, he the man, understand? And we be chopping it up. Word around town, we